Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
To kick off for Baltimore.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. First play, and Purdy wants to throw it. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
And the 49ers first down.
Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass. Currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
Watch out!
Purdy on fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. First down, here's Mitchell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Second and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity.
Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For the Ravens field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Purdy looking to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23. In a first.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Throwing here, Purdy. This pass left side to Downs. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
3rd down and 6. Now Purdy. And that will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And some room to maneuver through the middle of the field. He's on his way. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Ravens 10, 49ers nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Mike Green able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Lester on the return. Called out a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, with that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Try the right side with Mitchell. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 90 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Jackson now. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. The Ravens hit 11-3 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
It's caught. It's Flowers. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Mitchell will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. This time Jackson will throw it. This is caught. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Third and goal, Jackson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Tershawn Wharton with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. On fourth down, on is Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. First and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down in a nice little gain.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Back to throw, Purdy. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Purdy now to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now it's second and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on third down, Purdy. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be fourth down. Here's Jordan Stout now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Powers through. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
No, we changed it.
Now it's Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and 1.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. On his loop for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
It's the score. Ravens 20, 49ers nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Dances by him. And able to get this out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Throwing to start the drive. Purdy. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They're going to keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
34-yard line.
Second and 5. Another run with Mitchell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 125 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Baltimore first down.
13.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, touchdown number 15 of the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Luke now for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Ravens 27, 49ers nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Purdy. His throw incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Get set.
Operating from the gun. Purdy. That complete to Downs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
A gain of 12. First down, San Francisco.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
62 yards.
A big play there for the Niners. 62 yards.
First and goal.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here, 1st and 10. Give them a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. A partner still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And maybe another measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 152 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Right back to Mitchell here. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 35, here's second down and 7. They run over center with Mitchell. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Jackson taps this forward. Jet sweep. Running free at the 45. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 5. From the gun, they give to Mitchell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
He's
got some breathing room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 43 yards. And the Ravens stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. On his loop for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Ravens 34, 49ers nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them. But all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
169 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On the counter, Mitchell. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. On the draw, here's Mitchell. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On the handoff, Mitchell. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down at the
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep. So for the Ravens, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.